Hello and welcome to today's video as we cover the LPL. Spring starting tomorrow, kind of snuck up on me. Trying to figure out when these regions begin their play, and the LPL are first. And I think next week, LCK, LTA, LEC might start at the beginning of April. Somebody starts in the beginning of April. Maybe it was LTA, not LEC. Then LCP, I don't even know when they start. So we'll see if those rookie videos end up coming out or not in the next few days. So on the board here, we have a bunch of numbers ranking the teams, right, going into spring. This is 100% based off the stats. First, I have the overall player ranking. So I took every player, ranked them within their role, and then combined all that for a cumulative ranking for the team. And as far as that's concerned, going into the anyone's legend has the best roster, followed by IG, BLG, NIP, JDG, Top Esports, Thunder Talk are the top 8. Oh, Weibo, that's top 8. LGD, surprisingly, 9th, FPX, OMG, EDG, Ultra Prime, RNG, We, LNG. So, this is 100%, like I said, based off of stats. Theoretically, LNG are better than last place. The paper speaks for itself. But how did I come up with these numbers? Now, individual ranks within the role is how that happened. After that, though, I have 3 subcategories for us to just think about here: solo lane, mid jungle duo, and bot lane duo, and where they rank statistically. So, as far as solo lane's concerned, JDG actually grayed out the best with Ale and Scout, followed then by anyone's legend with Shanks and Flandre, a very good winter for them. Third, BLG. Well, actually, yeah, BLG. We're gonna change it up on the fly. So, anyone's legend, second in solo lanes, but 9th in mid jungle duo. Says, their strongest points are the side lanes for this team with Flandre, and then the bot lane duo is first with Hope and Cal, which is why this team is first. A very good team. In terms of power rankings, they are third in the region based on team stats, and then they finished second during winter. So, anyone's legend, good team. We expect them to be very competitive in spring. IG, fifth in the solo lanes with the Shy and Rookie, second with JJ and Rookie combined, and then bot lane duo tied for third with Gala Mako. This team ranks fourth based on the power rankings, but in winter did finish 7th, 8th. Just the nature of playoffs. We also have to keep in mind how playoffs turned out. Top Esports get out. They struggle at first stand. That only hurt their stats, at least actually across the board. But the fact of the matter is, Top Esports was not like this, I don't know, dynamo team. Well, I mean, on paper, the team is obviously very competitive. And like I said, they had the capability of winning the tournament on paper. But they were also in a group with many teams that could have done that coming out of the LPL. Third, BLG. Across the board are third. Whether it's Bin and Knight, whether it's Way and Knight, or it's Alkanon. Third in each area. Second in the power rankings. Fourth finishers in winter. And this makes sense. This team is always very good. Gets to international events the last 2 years. Surprisingly didn't get the first stand to start the season, but going to MSI, I wouldn't put it past them. The reason why this team is always so good is because of this here. And we could say Bin and Knight should be first. Based on opinion, I think that that's a very valid argument to make. Based on an opinion, I'm sure you could find evidence to support that and make that opinion more than just an opinion, but an actual theory and etc. But statistically in winter they were not. And then like Elkanon, Elk could get them to MSI by himself. Way could also, alongside Knight, dominate in the middle of the rift. So the fact of the matter is, BLG, no matter the meta, are going to be a team that's going to be very scary, and that is why they always get to international events. NIP, 11th in the solo lanes with Shanji and Duanby. We have to keep in mind Duanby struggles statistically because he's a facilitator mid and more of a low resource mid, somebody that offers way more value than stats could indicate. When I say this, then all of a sudden people want to throw players into that mix that are nowhere close to Doumbé, do not hold Doumbé's jockstrap, would not even be allowed to touch his mouse. So the fact of the matter is, Doumbé is kind of the king of doing that, and there's no one else close. Seventh, mid-jungle duo with Aki and Doumbé. Second ranked bot lane duo. They finished first based on the power ranking. So in terms of team play and team stats, they're the best in the LPL. They finished 5th and 6th in playoffs. We have JDG, first in the solo lanes, like I said. 5th, mid-jungle duo with Shun and Scout. And then 8th ranked bot lane duo with Pays and Missing. Pays and Missing did leave a little bit to be desired. If they can turn it around, this team, like others in this region, are capable of, in my opinion, winning the whole damn thing. Like, entirely capable. The players and nameplates speak for themselves in many areas. In terms of team stats, 5th, 3rd in finish. 6th place top esports, 4th in the solo lanes with Cream and 369. The best mid-jungle duo with Kanavi and Cream. But 10th ranked bot lane duo. And that was in part due to first stand. It's hard to separate first stand stats out. The fact of the matter is Jackie Love and Crisp inted their face off at times, and at first stand really struggled. In terms of power rankings, they are 8th in the region, but finished first in winter. 7th, Thunder Talk, despite having the last place solo laners with Hoya and Satab. So Satab had some nice moments. Hoya, less nice moments, but did have maybe a couple, throughout the winter. But the fact of the matter is, Bechuan and the bot lane duo are what carries this team. So 16th in the solo lane, 6th mid-jungle duo, and then 6th bot lane duo. In terms of stats, team ranked, they're 7th, finished 5th, 6th in playoffs. That's a team that you want to monitor. Are they for real? Are they not? And spring is going to further make us, know one way or the other. 8th place Weibo, solo laners, Breathe and Xiaohu, 8th. 10th, our mid-jungle duo with Tian and Xiaohu. Bot lane duo, 5th with Light and Hung. 6th in terms of team stats, 7th, 8th in playoffs. And then we get to the teams that didn't make the playoffs last winter. And it just so happened that it turned out this way. This was not intended. So there is clearly a separation between the top 8 and the bottom 8 in the LPL based on winter. Now, going into this spring, we have to keep in mind 9th and 10th are going to be in the Ascend group. But then Nirvana, the bottom 6 teams, the last 2 teams will not play in summer. They will be eliminated from play for 2025. And depending on who that ends up being, we're going to see some roster changes, in my opinion. Because let's just say a team like LNG absolutely sucks again, right? All 5 players on LNG's roster are top 14 in their role in the LPL. So, theoretically, there is, I have to say that depending on team synergy, like take that out of the equation, all 5 of those players would be picked up in some way, shape, or form by this team, that team, and whatever team. Like Zika should be starting over other players. Wei should be starting over other players. Hai Chao probably should be on a bottom feeder. Hai Chao's not elite, but Zika we know is very good. Fodak and Zhuo can be pretty damn good. Now, are they top 5 in the role? Zika, like I said, possibly. He has been in the entire world, at least based on my rankings at points in his career. But the other 4, they are top 14. They should theoretically upgrade another if the other team, wanted to make a change going into summer. You're like, hey, we're going to try and get a world's push out of this in summer. So, a team like that, certainly. RNG, maybe they finally sell Milky Way if they end up bottom 2. Why not? Zhaozhou, he might be a top 14 top laner. It'd be close. Niket would be close, but Milky Way certainly would be. We look at other bottom teams here. Ultra Prime. Top laner, Jiang. 100% should go back to LCP in summer and just join some team and make a run. He and Wako could join a team and make a team much more competitive. Maybe look at a Chief Esports Club or somebody, and I don't even know if they could do that with Jimmy and. But they could be spread out. One person could go somewhere, another person could go another place. Like Ultra Prime could do that. Now those are the guys that I could say that OMG, maybe Starry could find a job. Harry, Moham could go back to the LCK for all we know. But the fact is, like those teams, I think could. FPX, probably not. But actually, ironically enough, we get to the top here: LGD and FPX, 9th and 10th. Right now, based on stats, those are the two teams that I would have getting out of group stage, depending on what the groups are, and they would be in group Ascend or Nirvana. What was it? Ascend, Nirvana, the upper group. I don't really care what they're called. So FPX 7th ranked in solo lanes, 4th mid jungle duo. We have to keep in mind Shadow barely played at all, so their stats are fried. Bot lane duo 14th with Assume in the lineup. We'll talk about that tomorrow. I can do another news update video. We have enough news to discuss. LGD above them in 9th, 6th ranked in the solo lanes with 2 rookies in Sassy and XQW. Very important. LGD is a very young team. The fact that they're ranking 9th and then statistically we're 9th in the region says to me there is potential for this team to go up. And it's kind of interesting because last year LGD were in a similar boat. So that's a team to monitor. 11th, we have OMG. They're 12th in the solos, 14th mid jungle duo with Hang, and Linfang. But 7th bot lane duo, Starry Moham, ranking 12th in the region based on team stats. FPX were 14th. So FPX player stats much better than team stats. They are changing their roster. 12th EDG, very meh. 10th in the solos, tied for 11th in mid jungle duo. 11th bot lane duo. That's because An has joined the team, and An technically ranked 16th because he was unemployed. So we'll see. EDG, that's the lowest they could be ranked in the bot lane duo based on that. 10th based on team stats. Ultra Prime 15th in the solos, and 11th mid jungle duo. 12th bot lane duo. RNG 14, 8, 13. We know Milky Way is carrying that load. Team We, 9, 16, and 16. Yes, Cube and Karis, middle of the road combined. But the bot lane duo, very, very bad. And then we have Monkey playing. Now, Monkey is better than Tien Shen. Monkey offers a carry threat. We'll see how Team We play this upcoming this upcoming spring. Theoretically, Monkey could be a big difference maker and surprise people. Last year, his stats and limited play were top 5 in the LPL in his role. He is very, very good. Now, whether people give him the respect remains to be seen. Like I said, Team We do have some pieces on the team that could bring him down, and they could finish bottom 2, but Monkey deserves a lot more respect than people are giving him. I feel like if he does do well, they're going to be like, oh my god, I never thought that this... Yeah, and that's why you shouldn't be talking about League Esports, because you're not paying attention enough to really have, I think I had this discussion going into First Stand. Like, if it's not that you can't, it's like it's really weird to have an opinion about a team or a player that you've never watched ever. That's why, like, when I did the EU Masters videos, I said I have not watched any of these guys play. This is 100% based off of stats. So, and the players I have seen, like I guess the teams I've never watched, but the players I have seen, I have some opinions on them, but now it's at a lower level of play. So you have to factor that in. So it's really weird. It's really weird to be like, I think this team's going to stink. And it's like, yeah, but do you even know who's on the roster? Do you even know any of the players? Yeah, well, they come from this region. LNG, they're better than 16th. The fact of the matter is LNG are just, they changed coaches. That'll be in the news video tomorrow as well. So that's it for the video. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, like it. Subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter. Join the Discord. Become a YouTube supporter. And hope to see you again tomorrow.